Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Napoleon Total, and today we are back with another Enlisted video, and today we're going to be talking about the newest update. And for those who don't know, in the latest update, Enlisted is preparing to put all the maps for every BR that is available, which is pretty interesting if you ask me. So without further ado, in today's video, we're going to be covering what we think, and if you guys can't tell, I'm a little bit sick, so please bear in with me. So without further ado, let's get started. According to Enlisted, they decide to expand the list of available maps from low BR to high BR at a temporary test. During this test, of which you will be using the dev server, we'll be opening up the missions of the Battle of Berlin to every single battle rating and the Battle of Tunisia and the Battle of Moscow, all the way through to every single battle rating. Essentially, every single map we have as of right now can be accessed by every single or any single BR. For those who don't know, previously the maps were only specifically meant for every single BR. For example, BR 1 and 2 are usually Moscow, if not Tunisia, if you're Germany, and the list goes on. However, as of right now, Enlisted has decided to change it to that every single BR can essentially use every single map, so that's great. Now, is this fair? And the answer is no, it's not fair. In some cases, the maps should be like this, but in some cases, other maps need some tweaking. For example, most Moscow maps would be horrific if you have cast players, which is a problem. And on the other hand, other maps, such as Berlin, aren't very good for cast, but are maybe good for tanks. And if you add maps such as Moscow into, well, high tier, what ends up happening is that you have essentially tanks that can easily, because of the maps, dominate the situation. It essentially becomes a tank playground, and honestly, I don't think that's a good idea. I do think that if Enlisted wants to do this, it makes the maps a little bit more, let's just say, harder for tanks and harder for planes, essentially build more buildings for certain maps, but Enlisted, if they decide to do this, should do that. But if they don't, what's going to happen is that it's going to be a fun time for vehicles such as planes and tanks. So that's something to note. Overall, I do think this is a good idea in terms of the gameplay, in the sense that Enlisted is moving away from historical, which if you ask a historical fan, such as me, I don't think is a good idea, but if you're asking me in terms of the gameplay, I think it's a great idea, mainly because the list of maps we can access to has just been increased, so that's great. Hence, to recap, as of right now, Enlisted is testing the ability to essentially fight in any BR in any map, which is great, except for if you're a vehicle, so that is something that Enlisted really has to change as soon as humanly possible. That said, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.